Kia ora, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. We're back with chapter 3 of Machina, and the final boss here is this dude called Sunspot or Solar Spot or something, Sunspot. And he's like this, human torch with a suit kind of guy. He's got enhanced incinerate, hot and bothered, rapid metabolism. He's got oscillate as well. Basically, this guy's whole thing revolves around incinerate. Okay, so he's immune to all incinerate effects. He generates solar charges whenever he generates, as long as he maintains his solar charges. Sorry, he maintains his flare state as long as he has solar charges. Under the effect of shocks or when he runs out, flare state is disabled. I don't have a shock champ, but that's a good way to break that kind of rhythm for him. Whenever he attacks, whenever he blocks, he gets like this perfect block with the flare states. He does a lot of incinerate damage. He can purify. If you purify and incinerate, he gains 10% power. Well-timed blocks have a 100% chance to be a perfect block when he's charging a heavy. Yeah, I mean he's quite complex looking at all this. He gains an additional flare stack on an SP1. SP2 is pretty good because he expends 15 solar charges, so he loses them, and his SP3 brings back all his solar charges. So this guy is like Human Torch on speed, but unfortunately for him, unlike Human Torch, he does not have a way to play around Incinerate immune champions. So he was very easy. I just brought an Iceman, but Human Torch can still incinerate Iceman by going into plasma level, whereas Sunspot can't. So I push him to his SP3 here. Look at him, he's doing up his suit a little bit. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna do up my suit, make sure that my hair is nice, and then I'm gonna chuck out a solar wave at you. And that's all fantastic, but it only does 5% damage. And he's not immune to cold snap either, which is quite nice because I'm able to just get in here and keep throwing those SP1s. He does have a fair bit of life. This is a bit of a long fight, and you got to be a little bit patient. But both his specials are not that bad to evade, as you'll see in this fight. So this is his first one, the capoeira thing. He does kind of like a Eddie Gordo kind of thing, and when he does the flick with his legs, you just make sure that you're back away. His heavy is quite easy as well to evade, so you'll probably see it soon. He kind of turns around and does this little backflip onto you, so you'll see it shortly. And then, yeah, I can't remember if it was SP1 or SP2, which is a bit different. Yeah, so SP1 is a little bit havocy, where he does like a 1, 2, 3 punch combo, and then he'll jump into the air and land on you. And so you just really, for both his SP1 and his SP2 and his heavy, all you gotta do is just be back enough. There's no projectiles or anything, so they're pretty easy to evade. So as long as you can evade, stay in the fight, then that's fine. And yeah, so that's another SP2. So the one mistake that I probably made in this fight is at the start of the fight I pushed him to his SP3, and mainly just because I wanted to see his SP3, but that made sure that his solar state, as you can see, that's gone down, but his solar state was all the way up at 110, which means that he maintains his flare stacks, and now he's got 10 flare stacks. Whereas if I push him to his SP2 and let him throw some SP2s, he would lose that solar state, and at the same time he'd probably lose that flare stack. But so far we're doing pretty well. We're just kind of evading all his little break dances and casting a little bit of damage. I guess I'm mainly probably dying from flare stack and block damage here, but Iceman goes a deep way into this and makes it very easy. He's actually a fairly easy boss. And the good thing with him as well is that Void is another good counter for him, because again, unlike Human Torch, you're Incinerate immune, so you get all the benefits, and you can't be plasmid, and your specials don't give him increased temperature or anything like that. So you can just play your normal game with Void, which is block, give him the SP1, and just watch him degenerate. And that's what I do here. And it doesn't matter to me that he's got solar charges. It doesn't matter to me that he incinerates on his specials or on his attacks. I kind of just stand back and just watch him bleed to death. So yeah, those two are fantastic counters. I would recommend them, highly recommend them against Sunspot, but he is one of the easier bosses. We'll be back shortly with a first attempt at Warlock, and then maybe a breakdown of him. So do subscribe, like, and leave a comment, because it helps support the channel, and so you'll be notified when we put up the Warlock video. Kakite on the bros and girls.